Oh. How are we all, guys? Welcome, everybody. If you're watching video on demand, skip through about minutes. We started very shortly. Vaudeville today. For anyone that hasn't seen this, we are trying to solve a murder. And we are using AI voice communication to try and solve the crime. So yes, welcome everybody. We took a bit of a look at this one last week. Good little game, but I'm getting the impression there's only one outcome. Which I'd like to see other outcomes. But then this is on a server, so I suppose they can do that. And how's our chat? Chat working? Looks like it's working. How are we all? Everything appears to be working. Oh, did I set? Yeah, I did set kick. Glen forgets to set kick occasionally. Oh, that's fine. Bot. It took a while. Good bot. And it took you 3 minutes. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm Glen Bixley, and today, well, we're back to try and solve this crime in Vaudeville. Now, for anyone that hasn't seen this, Vaudeville is a murder mystery game, but it is using ChatGPT style AI to play, so we can talk to the AI, ask them questions, and hopefully solve the murder. Now, when I left last time, there was no way to save. I see there is no obvious load, so it appears that it must be, hopefully, the same storyline. Because if there are multiple storylines, which I think there should be eventually, hopefully. This is only early access, remember? Early access version. There's only one storyline, I hope. Otherwise, we're going to start again. But we are starting again. That's the way it is. I presume it's the same setup and everything. We're going to jump in. We're going to see if we can figure this out. And yeah, hopefully it's all the same clues. Let's jump in and talk to... Hello, Chief Gratsky.
Well, what do you want? Spit it out.
Do you remember me?
Remember you? I'm sorry, but I don't recall ever meeting you before. Have we crossed paths somewhere?
No, you just look familiar. I thought we'd met before somewhere. Good to meet you, mate.
Somewhere good, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid I can't quite place it. Perhaps you've mistaken me for someone else. I've spent most of my time here at the police station, dealing with the affairs of vaudeville. Not much room for socializing, I'm afraid. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have important matters to attend to.
Do those important matters have anything to do with the recent murders?
Murders. Yes, the recent cases. Quite troubling, I must admit. We're doing everything we can to solve them and bring the culprits to justice. What do you know about these murders? Do you have any information that could help us in our investigation?
Well, actually, Chief, I thought I might be able to possibly help.
Intriguing. Please, do share whatever you have. Every bit of information could potentially be helpful in solving these heinous crimes. Don't hold back now. Tell me what you've got.
I believe 3 people were murdered.
3 women, you say? That's a significant piece of
So
information.
the AI doesn't work very
Can you
well. does it?
provide me with any details about these women? Their names, ages, or any other distinguishing features?
Where are my notes?
The more specific, the better. We need to gather as much information as possible to catch the killer or killers responsible for these horrendous acts.
Hurley, how are you, Hurley? Chief, I believe you misheard me.
Apologies if I misunderstood. Please, go ahead.
How are you, Hurley?
What
Welcome,
did you
mate.
mean by saying that you believe there were 3 women involved in the recent crimes? I'm all ears.
No, I believe there were 3 murders.
No, my apologies for the confusion. 3 moods, you see. That's an
Yeah,
interesting
the AI doesn't
perspective.
work very well in this. And
Could
how are you, my
please
mate?
elaborate on what you mean by
Now
that?
work tomorrow.
I'm curious to
so our
understand your
times
viewpoint
align.
and how it relates to the
Um,
murder cases we're investigating.
At the end of this month, my daylight savings time changes. So I will move 1 hour closer to you. It'll be 1 hour earlier. Then when your time for daylight savings changes, you'll move 1 hour closer to me. So it will actually be 2 hours earlier when daylight savings changes for you. So by Christmas, well, by the end of October, I guess, our times will, well, my time will be 2 hours earlier. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Yeah, this thing doesn't make much sense. Trying to figure out these murders, Hurley. We have some clues from last time to work on. It appears to be the same murder, I believe. I'm just trying to figure this out now because I've just started. But we're just going to ask a couple of questions here, so hang on. Chief, I believe one of the victims was Maria Jansen.
Maria Jensen. Never heard of her. Who is she? What's her connection to the case?
I'm still working on that, Chief. Maybe you might have possibly heard of somebody else.
Well, if you don't have any concrete information, then why bother bringing it up? We've got 3 murders on our hands, and we need to focus on finding the killer. Let me know when you have something substantial to contribute.
Chief, have you heard of Mr. Grossman?
Mr. Grossman. Yes, I've heard of him. He was a prominent figure in the finance world here in Vaudeville. Why do you ask? Do you think he's connected to the recent murders?
I end up grind into work in the dark and leaving in the dark. Turn into a vampire. Yeah, I understand that. What is this voiceover? So yeah, it's using like ChatGPT. I don't know if it's actually using ChatGPT itself, but it's using AI like that. And then you basically just talk to it, or you can type if you want. And you've got to try and solve a murder. So there's been 3 people murdered, I believe. I'm just trying to figure out, as I say, if it's the same people. Gratsky was one of them. Not Gratsky. Who did I just ask about? Grossman. He was one of them that was murdered last time. But this is still early access, so I don't know if it's the same victims. I don't know if it's the same murderer. I'm just trying to establish that now. So yeah, it's AI. And you can either talk to it, type on it, and you got to try and solve the murder. A little bit different. Something completely different from my channel, but we tried that smart NPC thing a few weeks back. I don't know if you saw that, where you were just talking to the AI like this. And I quite enjoyed it. I had a fair bit of fun, and it seemed everybody else enjoyed it as well. So I thought we'd give this game a bit of a go. But yeah. So, like, I mean, even if now I turn around and say, Chief, do you know my friend Hurley?
Well, what's the connection between Lily and our current case?
Not Lily. Chief, have you met my friend? His name is Hurley.
Hurley, you say? I'm afraid I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting him. Is there a reason why you bring him up?
Yes, Chief. I think he...
I'm sorry. I'm not... Sorry, but as Chief Greatsky, I'm not familiar with the term used, Jiff. Could you please clarify what you mean?
Do you know Hurley? I think he might be the murderer.
Ellie, you say? I'm not aware of anyone by that name being involved in the recent murders.
See, it has a bit of
Can you
trouble with
provide
my
more
accent, I think,
information
eh?
about
I
this
don't know.
person
Do I have an
and why you
accent?
suspect them?
Do I have an accent, do you reckon? Oh, this changes everything. Yeah! I said Hurley.
Apologies for the misunderstanding. You mentioned your friend Hurley earlier. Can you please tell me more about him and why you think he might be connected to the murder case?
Why are you connected to the murder case, Hurley? Why are you connected? Yeah, there's an accent. Why are you connected to the murder case? What do you reckon? How about Haley Greenwood? Do you know Haley Greenwood, Chief?
Haley Greenwood's teeth. I'm not
Teeth.
sure I understand
Teeth.
what you're
Haley
asking.
Greenwood's teeth.
Are you referring to any
Freaking
specific
killed
dental
everyone, didn't
records or
I?
evidence related to the investigation?
Chief, I feel Hurley killed them all with a lion.
You feel that you killed them all with a lion? I'm not quite following.
Hurley.
Could you please clarify what you mean by that?
Hurley killed them.
Who is this Hurley that you're referring to?
Yeah, it really has problems
Are they
with that
suspected in
freaking
murder
accent,
case?
I guess. What
Please
accent? Do
provide
I have
more
an accent?
information
Come
so I can
on.
better understand
Fingerprints
what
on
you're
the
trying to
door.
convey.
Chief, I found Hurley's fingerprints on the door.
Hurley's fingerprints on the door, you say? That's certainly an interesting piece of evidence. Can you tell me more about where these fingerprints were found and how they might be connected to the murders?
They were found on his refrigerator door. Probably nothing to do with the murder.
His fingerprints were found on his own refrigerator. Well, that doesn't necessarily indicate any connection to the murder case, does it?
See, that's what I love about
Why
AI.
you suspect him?
Well, everybody has to eat.
That's true. Everyone needs to eat. But how exactly does that relate to the murder?
I don't know if it does, actually.
Are you suggesting that because he has a fridge and eats, he must be involved in the crimes? I'm afraid I'm not following your line of reasoning
Oh,
here.
no.
Can you provide more information or evidence to support your suspicion?
Chief, it was a joke. Lighten up.
A joke, you say? Well, I suppose a little humor can lighten the mood. Although, I have to admit, my sense of humor may be a bit rusty. Care to explain the joke to an old-timer like me?
Well, see, Hurley.
Yeah, I see. Well, I'm glad I could bring a smile to your face, even if the joke may have been a bit corny. Now, let's refocus on the case at hand. Where were we? Yes, Curly's fingerprints on his own refrigerator. Can you tell me anything else about Hurley's whereabouts or activities that might be relevant to the investigation?
Chief, I just told you. It was a joke about Hurley.
Yeah, No, I apologize if I misunderstood. It seems I missed the punchline there. My apologies for any confusion.
Yeah.
So, you were joking about yourself.
Yeah,
I must admit, humor can be a tricky thing to navigate.
As AI gets better, it's going to
you'd like to discuss
it's going to be quite interesting. Because what I have found is it also speaks multiple languages. Now, this one's got like 12 languages programmed into it. So, I mean, if I turned around and said, parlez-vous français?
Yeah, vous voulez parler francais, maintenant. Oui, GPU parler francais. Quasi qui vous amène à me poser cette question?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Breaking Bad. I'm not familiar with that term. Is it some kind of new form of entertainment or a reference to something outside of vaudeville? I must admit, I tend to stick to the classics when it comes to my leisure time.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Deutsch. Warm Fragen sei, aber Deutsch sprech. Gypties ein bestimmt Grund.
Hey, Malachi, how you doing, buddy?
Auf Deutsch sprechen machen.
Corredor Terreo?
Alton, I'm not familiar with that place. Is it related to the murder case we're investigating here in Vaudeville? If so, please provide me with more information.
Didn't quite get that one. Let's try this.
Understand the connection.
It seems to only know mouldy words if they're pronounced in English, which I do laugh at. I'm going to try one more.
All right, go ahead. What's the next topic or question you'd like to discuss? I'm all ears.
Corredor Terreo Maori.
Maui, is that a place outside of vaudeville? I'm afraid
it doesn't like it. Doesn't like it if I try to speak to it in Maori.
Or events happening outside of our city. Can we get back to discussing the murder case in vaudeville?
But you see, you can speak to it in multiple. Actually, it doesn't have Maori in it, does it? Does it? Hang on, let's find out. Chief, do you speak any Maori?
Well, yes, I am married.
Oh.
My wife's name is Livia. But forgive me for being direct. How does my marriage status relate to the court's investigation? I fail to see the connection. Can we focus on the matter at hand?
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's got at least... What was it? Hang on. I was going to say it's got at least 11 languages. But hang on, let's quickly look at the Steam page rather than guessing. So it's got multiple languages. Because the game's in the background, it's not quite lining up on Steam. Where did I see it? Here we go. The supported languages are English, Italian, German, French. Hang on, let's open the whole thing. English, Chinese, Spanish, Italian, German, Korean, French, Japanese, Portuguese, Dutch, Ukrainian, and Ruski. This game will no longer exist in the current location where the connection is lost, but will reconnect instead. Added function to interrupt NPC speech. Notebook, yeah. Changed conflicting key bindings. Okay, that was old date update. But yes, it's got a couple of languages. Okay, Chief. I've just been having you on for a bit of entertainment to see whether or not you've got a good sense of humour.
Oh, is that so? You were testing my sense of humor, were you? Well, it seems you've caught me off guard. I must admit, humor isn't my strongest suit, but I do appreciate a good laugh from time to time. So, did my responses pass the test, or should I work on my comedic timing?
Chief, your timing is perfect.
Is that so? I suppose even an old grump like me can have
Hensley!
moments
How
of
you
wit.
doing, my
I'm
friend?
glad
How
to
you
hear that my
doing?
timing was to your liking. Now, let's get back to the case, shall we? Is there anything else you'd like to discuss, or any leads you think we should follow up on?
Chief, have you met my friends Malachi and Henslord?
Malachi, and he needs a load. I'm afraid I don't know who you're referring to. Are they connected to the murder investigation in Vaudeville?
No,
If
Chief.
so, please provide me with more details so I can understand their relevance.
Chief, I just thought it'd be nice to introduce you to Malachi.
Nice to meet you, Malachi. I must say, I wasn't expecting any introductions today. What brings you here? Do you have any connection to the case we're working on, or any information that could assist us in our investigation?
Well, we also have Henslord. He's going to help us solve the crime too.
Wheels, load, solve the crime. I'm sorry.
Having problems
but
getting
I'm not
Henslord
quite
into
following.
him. It's not a
Could
name he
please clarify
recognizes.
what you mean by wheels and load?
Ah,
How exactly does your friend, Malachi, fit into this crime-solving equation? I'm all ears and willing to hear you out, but I need a bit more context to understand.
my friend's name is Henslord.
Haynes, Lord. Yeah, I see. So, your friend's name is Haynes Lord. Interesting name, I must say.
That's as close as we're
But
going to get,
forgive
mate.
me, I am still a little confused about how Haynes Lord fits into the investigation. Can you provide more details or explain his role in helping us solve the crime?
Well,
I'm
Chief,
eager to learn more.
there are a few of us here. I thought if you told us some of what you know, we could help you.
A few of you. Who exactly are you referring to? And how can you all help me in the investigation? I appreciate the offer, but as the police chief, it's my responsibility to lead the investigation and ensure its integrity. However, if you have any information or leads that you believe could be valuable, please share them with me. I'm open to considering any relevant information that could help bring justice to the victims.
Well, Chief, Hurley, Malachi, Henslord are experts in solving crime.
Chief Hurley, Malachi, and Lord, you say, experts in solving crimes. I must admit, I'm not familiar with these individuals. Can you provide more details about their expertise? How do they specialize in solving crimes?
Bristol and the Carronal, call the
I'm
name.
intrigued
Okay,
to learn
don't know
more
that
about
one.
their background and how they could potentially assist
So
us
you
in our
physically
current
ask it
investigation.
questions and it comes up with answers and determines suspect. Okay, I'm not sure if it's the same suspect. I'm just having a bit of fun now. I was trying to solve it before you guys come in. Now we're just back to having fun. Let's move on to maybe the coroner, and we can go through the coroner and ask the coroner some questions. So we've got 3 victims. So we'll go to the coroner. We'll have a talk to the coroner. You guys got suggestions? Let's go over there. Chief, we'll be back shortly. We're going to go and talk to the coroner.
The car. You're going to talk to a car. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I understand. Are you saying that the car has some information about the case?
Not
Please
a...
clarify, because I'm quite curious to know how a car could be involved in a murder investigation.
Night Industries 2000. That's all I'm saying.
Night Industries 2000. Now you've piqued my curiosity. I must admit, I've never heard of such an entity before. What exactly is this Night Industries 2000, and how does it relate to our current investigation? I'm eager to learn more about it.
Chief, I can't tell you a single thing about the Night Rider.
All right. No need to get worked up about it. If you can't tell me anything about this so-called Night Rider, then I suppose I'll just have to let it go. But remember, if you ever do have any relevant information or leads regarding the case, don't hesitate to share them with me. We're here to solve these brutal murders and bring justice to the victims.
Okay, Chief, I'm going to go talk to the morgue, and we'll be back soon.
Teeth talking to the morgue.
Oh, God.
Well, that certainly sounds...
Shut up, you idiot. Yeah, it does have problems understanding me. I would love to hear from you guys how well it understands you guys. I really would. Where's the morgue? Here's the morgue. So we can go down to the morgue and we can ask questions. That's the police chief. We've got a couple of dancers. One at the Coral Lounge. One at the Cabaret Violet. We also have the country club up here. We have the circus. We have the Black Woods. Pascal's Groceries. And Graveson's Manor. Those are the places we can go to ask for clues and try to get information. But yeah, so you're basically just working with the AI and trying to get as much information as you can. Hello, are you the coroner?
Detective Martini, always so eager to solve the mysteries of life and death. No, I am not Carla, but rather, I am the coroner, Dr. Echeverria. How can I assist you today?
Have we met before?
My memory may not be as precise as my autopsy reports, but I believe we've crossed paths a few times in the course of our investigations. You, with your keen detective skills, and I, with my scalpel and analytical mind. We make quite the duo, don't we?
Is she actually remembering me then? Could you tell me about the murders one more time?
Well, detective, the mood here in the morgue is as somber as ever. The air is heavy with the scent of disinfectants, mingling with the unmistakable odor
it did
of
think
death.
you were going to quiz the
much
car.
like
Yes, that's why I decided to come up with Night Industries.
Reminder of the fragility of life.
Tis close to midnight here and checking out soon. Just glad to catch one. Cheers for coming in early. I do appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, very interesting game. What's the release date on this one? The release date on this is... Let's see if we have a release date. Let's see. Store page. Release date is 1st of July. So it's come out. No, June, July, August, September. Yeah, it's already out. It's already out. It is already out. Okay. So yes, it's already out. If you want to check this one out, there is a link in the description down below. Look for the blue dot. That'll take you straight through to the Steam store. You can check it out for yourself if you like. But yeah, thanks for coming in, buddy. You have a good evening. And yeah, and like I say, my stream will be an hour earlier on, I think the 24th of this month. And then when you guys change your daylight savings time, it will become another hour earlier. So my streams will be 2 hours earlier by basically November, December. But yeah, welcome everybody. Yeah, catch you later, Hurley. You have a good evening, mate. So Malachi and Henslord, do we have any clues on how we can solve a murder? I'm pretty sure we're solving the same murders. So hang on, I wanted to ask you some more questions about Hayley Greenwood.
Yeah, Hayley Greenwood. Yes, she was a 19-year-old dancer. Such a tragic loss of youth and potential. Her body displayed signs of blunt force trauma to the head, likely inflicted by a stiletto shoe. Judging by the fragments found on her.
So it's the same murders. It is the same murders. Okay.
Human body, delicate and vulnerable, subjected to such violence. It's a reminder of the fragility of life.
Is it possible that the person who killed all 3 victims was a woman?
Well, Detective Martini, it's an interesting theory you pose. While it's not impossible for a woman to commit these acts of violence, it's crucial to approach the investigation with an open mind. Let's not jump to conclusions based solely on gender. It's important to focus on the evidence and consider all possibilities. Speaking of the victims, Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood were the three unfortunate souls who lost their lives in Vaudeville recently. Each murder had its own unique characteristics and modus operandi.
I wanted to talk to someone that knew Mr. Grossman.
Yeah, the intricacies of the human psyche.
Oh.
I must admit, delving into the minds of those who knew the victims can provide valuable insight. Their perspective can shed light on the circumstances surrounding these tragic deaths. I can imagine the emotions they must be grappling with, the grief and confusion. It's fascinating how different individuals cope with loss in their own way. The human art, so fragile, yet resilient in its ability to
This
heal.
woman talks a lot.
It's a reminder of the complexities of life and death, isn't it? Nicola Grossman, a man of stature in the finance world, taken from us too soon. His body, discovered outside Pascale's grocery shop, bore the mark of a ruthless stab to the back of the neck with a butcher's knife. The brutality of such an act is disheartening, Detective Martini. It's
Ooh,
moments
her
like
voice
these
just
that
broke.
make me ponder the fragility of our existence. Life can be snuffed out in an instant, leaving behind a void that can never be filled.
So tell me more about Maria Jansen. Oh. Okay, what about Maria Jansen? Tell me more.
Maria Jansen, a young woman with a Scandinavian look, only 23 years old. Maria Jansen, a young woman with a Scandinavian look, only 23 years old.
Tell me about how she was killed, where.
Oh, Detective Martini, the details of her demise are truly distressing. It appears that poor Maria was subjected to a savage attack, almost as if she had been mauled by an animal. Bite marks covered her body, particularly on her arms. The strength of the bite was so severe that it fractured one of her forearm bones. Such brutality is difficult to comprehend, isn't it?
Bit through a
The incident
forearm
took place in the
bone.
forest, and her body was discovered
Wow.
the following morning. The time of death was estimated to be between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 22nd.
Yep, that's the same information I have. Good. Oh,
It's understandable that you may feel frustrated with the repetition of information, but it's crucial to thoroughly examine every aspect of the case, even if it means revisiting the same facts. As a coroner, I must approach each investigation with meticulous attention to detail. It's like dissecting a complex puzzle, piece by piece, to uncover the truth hidden within. In our pursuit of justice, we must be diligent and patient. Rest assured, we will find the answers we seek, and justice will prevail in due course.
so where was Maria Jansen's body found?
Oh, dear Detective Martini, forgive me for not being clear earlier. The body of poor Maria Jansen was found covered in blood outside her apartment in central Vaudeville. It was a
Ah.
distressing sight, to say the least. The brutality of her injuries, coupled with the sheer amount of blood, painted a grim picture of the violence she endured. It's moments like these that make me ponder the fragility of life and the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places.
Can you tell me more about Haley Greenwood and how she died? Where was the body found?
Haley Greenwood, a young dancer with her whole future ahead of her. It pains me to recount the details of her demise, but I understand the necessity for a thorough investigation. Haley's unfortunate fate involved multiple blows to the head with a blunt object, possibly a stiletto shoe, based on the fragments discovered on her battered skull. The force of the blows must have been tremendous, causing severe trauma to her delicate cranial structures. It's a tragic reminder of the vulnerability of the human form, isn't it?
So how many of the 3 victims had wounds that could be related to a stiletto?
Well, my dear Detective Martini, it seems you have a keen eye for detail. Of the 3 victims, only one displayed wounds that could potentially be related to a stiletto. That would be the lovely Miss Haley Greenwood. The fractures and lacerations on her cranium were consistent with the shape and size of a high-heeled shoe, such as a stiletto. It's a rather peculiar choice of weapon, isn't it? The juxtaposition of elegance and violence. It's a stark reminder that beauty can sometimes hide a darker side.
So tell me about how many victims had bite marks.
Bite marks, my astute detective. Yes, the haunting evidence of teeth sinking into flesh. It is a macabre sight, indeed. Among the unfortunate trio, Maria Jansen was the sole victim who bore the marks of a savage bite. Her body, adorned with these imprints of brutality, tells a tale of primal aggression and unimaginable pain. The strength required to fracture a forearm bone with a bite is truly remarkable. It leaves one pondering the depths of human savagery and the darkness that can reside within us all.
So am I correct? One person had bite marks, one person had stab wounds, and one person had stiletto marks.
Detective Martini, you have a keen memory for details.
A liquor max?
Yes,
What's that?
you are correct. We have one unfortunate individual, Maria Jansen, who suffered from the brutal assault of animalistic bites. Nicola Grossman, on the other hand, fell victim to a fatal stab wound that pierced the back of his neck. In Haley Greenwood, her fate was sealed by the repeated strikes of a blunt object upon a delicate skull. Each case presents its own unique set of circumstances, leaving behind a trail of questions that we must unravel.
Is there anything these three victims have in common?
Well, my dear detective, it's a puzzle we're piecing together, isn't it? While the modus operandi of these three murders may differ, there is a thread that connects them. A commonality that we cannot ignore. It's as if they are bound together by an invisible force, drawing them into this web of tragedy. As a coroner, I am trained to observe patterns, to decipher the hidden messages that lay.
This one goes on and on and on a bit.
And yet, in this particular instance, the answers elude me.
Do you know if Mr. Grossman had anything to do with fashion or dancing?
Oh, my perceptive detective Martini, you always manage to ask the most intriguing questions. To the best of my knowledge, there is no indication that Mr. Grossman had any direct involvement in the worlds of fashion or dancing. His presence in the finance world seemed to be his primary focus. However, in the intricate dance of life, one never knows what connections may exist beneath the surface. It is possible that there are unseen ties between these victims, waiting to be uncovered with further investigation. The human existence is a complex tapestry, woven with threads of mystery and intrigue.
So what leads you to believe all three were killed by the same person?
My dear detective, your question strikes at the heart of our shared pursuit for truth. While the modus operandi of the three murders may appear distinct at first glance, there are underlying similarities that hint at a connection.
I have an idea.
Maria Jansen,
I'm going to try what I tried.
Grossman, and Haley Greenwood all met untimely ends, their lives extinguished in acts of violence. Although the methods employed were different, bites, stabbings, and blunt force trauma, the circumstances surrounding their deaths cannot be ignored.
Which circumstances are you referring to?
As I ponder upon the interconnectedness of these cases, Detective Martini, it is not just the mere presence of violence that draws my attention. It is also the particularities of the crimes themselves. The precise locations where the bodies were found, the nature of the injuries inflicted upon each victim, and the seemingly deliberate manner in which they were carried out. These nuances, my astute detective, suggest a level of planning and intention that goes beyond mere happenstance. It is as if an unseen hand is orchestrating this tragic symphony of death.
Tell me more about why you feel this way.
Oh, my dear
Can I trick the
companion
AI into giving it away?
the reasons behind my belief in the connection between these murders are manifold. It is not solely based on the physical evidence. but rather a culmination of my experience as a coroner and the subtle whispers of intuition
Trying to
that
trick
guide
the
me.
AI now, eh?
The patterns that emerge from the autopsy reports, the shared elements of brutality and precision, and the fact that these deaths occurred within a relatively short span of time.
Yeah, they did.
and
It
in
was only
close
like 2 days or
proximity to one
something.
another. All of these factors contribute to my conviction that there is an underlying link. Yet, I must caution against premature conclusions.
Okay. Thank you for your help. I shall see you later.
Sure. Of course, my dear Detective Martini. It has been a pleasure assisting you in unraveling the mysteries surrounding these unfortunate cases. Remember, should you need any further insights or guidance, I am always here in the morgue, ready to lend my analytical mind and dark sense of humor. Take care, and until we meet again, may the truth shine brightly upon your path. Farewell, Detective Martini.
Vaya con Dios.
Esta que nos volvamos a encontrar, my querido detective. Qual la vida tiga en tu búsqueda de respuestas, y qual la justicia si tu compañero en es camino intrincado. Recuerda, en el insotitro de la existencia, cada acto tiene su propósito y cada personaje juga su papel. Que tus pasos están llenos de sabiduría, y tus decisiones se basan en la evidencia que encuentras.
Well, she goes on and on and on, doesn't she? All I said was go with God. Vaya con Dios means go with God. Oh my goodness. Woo! She can talk, that woman. She's an interesting one. Okay, so let's go and have a chat with... Hello, Miss Potter.
Oh, Detective, I must say, your conversation has taken a rather dreary turn. Let's not dwell on such mundane matters like Toyotas, shall we? There are far more fascinating topics for us to discuss. Now, where were we? Yes, my upcoming trip to Paris. The fashion, the food, the culture. It's simply divine.
So
I
she
can
does
hardly
seem to
contain
remember
my
me.
excitement.
Oh, it sounds divine.
Indeed, it is absolutely divine. But I can't help but feel a tinge of sadness, Detective. You see, I've always dreamed of exploring the world and indulging in all its luxuries. But my late husband, Victor, was quite the stickler. He never allowed me to venture beyond vaudeville. Such a shame, isn't it? But now that he's gone, I'm determined to make up for lost time. So, Detective, tell me, what's the
Lord.
most adventurous thing you've ever
Got no more
done?
suggestions then? Oh dear. Most adventurous thing you've ever done. If I told you what the most adventurous thing I had ever done was, well, there could be a problem.
Oh, dear Detective, you do have a way with words. But I must say, secrets and mysteries are my cup of tea. I do love a good adventure, even if it involves a touch of danger. Life is meant to be lived, after all. Now, don't keep me in suspense any longer. Do share a tantalizing tidbit from your own escapades. I'm simply dying to hear it.
Have you ever considered being a dancer?
A dancer, you say? Well, it's a rather curious suggestion, my dear. I do enjoy the arts and all things elegant, but I'm afraid my talents lie elsewhere. Besides, one cannot be a woman of refinement and grace if one's reputation is tarnished by scandalous endeavors. Now can they? But do tell me, why the sudden interest in my potential career as a dancer? Is there something intriguing happening in the world of dance that I've missed?
Oh, I just think you'd look great in a pair of stilettos.
Well, Detective, isn't that an
And a
audacious
2L?
comment? It seems you have quite an imagination. But let's not get carried away, shall we? My interests and aspirations are far more sophisticated than dancing in a 2L. Perhaps we should redirect our conversation to something more suitable for
2L.
someone of my refined tastes.
Okay.
Now, where were we? Yes, the upcoming art exhibition at the Grand Gallery. It promises to be quite the affair.
Oh, the art exhibition. Oh, I hope you do have a lovely pair of new shoes.
New shoes, you say. How delightful. I do have a weakness for exquisite footwear. But I must confess, Detective, my shoe collection is already the envy of vaudeville. I doubt any pair could surpass the elegance and sophistication that grace my closet. However, I do appreciate your attempt to divert the topic. But let us not stray too far from the matter at hand. The art exhibition, remember? Such a splendid opportunity to immerse ourselves in beauty and culture.
Yes, exactly. Beauty. I'd love to see you in a pair of stiletto shoes. I'm going up this
My
path
dear
because that was one of the
detective,
murder
it seems you're
weapons.
persistently fixated on matters that are quite inappropriate for our discussion. While I do enjoy a bit of mischief, I won't entertain such audacious suggestions. Stiletto shoes. Indeed. Let's focus on more refined topics,
okay.
shall we? Now, have you ever tried the mushroom soup at the Café de la Rose? It's simply divine, and I simply adore mushrooms.
Oh, I love mushrooms. I wonder if there's going to be any at the art exhibition.
Mushrooms at the art exhibition. How intriguing. I must admit, I've never encountered a combination of art and fungi before. But who knows what surprises await us. Perhaps there will be a surrealist masterpiece featuring a whimsical forest of enchanted mushrooms. The possibilities are endless, Detective. And if there are any edible specimens, I'll make sure to be the first in line to savor their unique flavors. After all, I am the renowned Mrs. Potter, expert mushroom picker extraordinaire.
Oh, really? Do you pick mushrooms in the forest?
Why, of course, I do pick mushrooms in the forest. It's one of my greatest passions, dear Detective. The thrill of the hunt, the delicious treasures hidden among the foliage. It's an activity that brings me immense joy, and let me assure you, I have quite the knack for identifying the delectable from the poisonous. But enough about my woodland adventures. Let's focus on more pressing matters, shall we? Like the upcoming soiree at the Countess' estate. I simply cannot wait to mingle with the creme de la creme of vaudeville society.
Have you ever had a mushroom, then gone to the art exhibition and just felt like everything was alive?
Well, Detective, it seems you're determined to lead this conversation down a rather peculiar path. While I appreciate your attempt at whimsy, I must remind you that I am a woman of refined tastes and sensibilities. Mushrooms and hallucinogenic experiences are not something I indulge in, I'm afraid. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some errands to attend to. Good day.
Okay, I was kind of wondering if she'd maybe gone into the forest, having magic mushrooms, and then, you know... where are we going to go with this now? Because, I mean... we need more clues. Did you know Mr. Grossman?
Mr. Grossman, why, yes, I do believe I've heard of him. Quite a tragic turn of events, isn't it? But my dear Detective, I not want to involve myself in such sordid affairs. Gossip and scandal are not befitting of a lady of my stature. So, let us swiftly move on to more pleasant topics, shall we? Like the latest fashion trends or the upcoming garden party at Lady Hathaway's estate. Much more suitable for our esteemed company, wouldn't you say?
What made you think I was going to get into gossip and scandal? I just asked you if you knew Mr. Grossman.
Oh, my apologies, Detective. It seems I may have misjudged your intentions. You see, I am quite protective of my reputation and prefer to steer clear of any discussions that might lead to gossip or scandals. But since you insist on delving into the topic of Mr. Grossman, I must admit that I am aware of his unfortunate demise. Such a tragedy, isn't it? But fear not, Detective. I have no interest in engaging in idle chatter about the matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be on my way. Good day to you.
Do you know how Mr. Grossman died?
The details of Mr. Grossman's untimely departure, you say. How intriguing. But I'm afraid I have no knowledge of such matters, dear detective. My world revolves around the genteel society of vaudeville, and I leave the sordid affairs to those who revel in such darkness. Let us focus on more pleasant topics, like the upcoming charity ball or the latest recipe I've discovered for decadent chocolate mousse. Life is far too short to dwell on such morbid curiosities. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, it's just that I heard Mr. Grossman died in the forest.
Oh, the forest, you say. How fascinating. I do have a fondness for the forest. You know, it's a place of mystery and enchantment. But as for Mr. Grossman's demise, well, I'm sure the authorities are handling the matter with utmost diligence. It's a shame, really, to meet one's end in the embrace of nature. But let's not tarry on this topic any longer. There are so many more delightful things to discuss. Don't you think? Like the grand opening of the new patisserie on Maple Street.
What about Maria Jansen? You knew her, right?
Maria Jansen, you bring up quite the intriguing name, don't you? It seems you have a penchant for stirring up trouble, detective. But I must confess, I have no interest in discussing the unfortunate fate of Miss Jansen. Such matters are best left to the proper authorities. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have more important engagements to attend to. Good day to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you say trouble, why? What trouble?
Trouble, you say? Well, my dear, I have no desire to be entangled in a web of rumors and speculations. I prefer to maintain my distance from such unsavory affairs. It's much more enjoyable to focus on the finer things in life, like a perfectly brewed cup of tea or a delightful game of bridge. So, if you'll kindly refrain from dragging me into this web of intrigue, I would greatly appreciate it. Let us redirect our attention to something more pleasant, shall we?
Well, how about we talk about your friendship with Hayley Greenwood?
Ah, Hayley Greenwood, you bring up an interesting name, don't you? Such a tragic loss, indeed. But I must admit my friendship with Hayley was quite complex. We shared some rather intriguing secrets and indulged in a few mischievous adventures together. But alas, my lips are sealed, and I won't be divulging any further details. After all, a lady must have her secrets, wouldn't you agree? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a pressing engagement to attend to. Good day to you.
I was wondering if you knew how Hayley died.
Oh, dear detective, you're relentless in your pursuit of answers, aren't you? Very well. If you insist on prying into the matter, I shall indulge you. It seems that poor Hayley met her demise under mysterious circumstances. Some say it was a dreadful accident, while others whisper of foul play. But who am I to speculate? All I can say is that vaudeville is a city full of surprises, and one can never be too careful. But enough about such gloomy matters.
How do you think she died?
Well, my dearest, it's rather
She's
difficult to determine how someone is doing when they're no longer among the living. Wouldn't you agree? After all, the departed tend to keep their secrets quite close. But I must admit, I do find the mystery surrounding Hayley's fate quite intriguing. It's like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Perhaps you will uncover the truth, Detective Martini? I apologize for any confusion. Good day to you.
Good day to you. Enjoy the yacht.
Bye. Good day.
Pascal's Groceries. How are you, my man?
My apologies, good sir. I must admit, I can't help but be intrigued by the stories and adventures of others. Do tell me, what brings you to my humble abode today?
I'm trying to get some information on a few people, and I thought you might help. Oh.
Of course, my dear interlocutor. I would be delighted to assist you in any way I can. Pray, enlighten me on how I may be of service. Is there something specific you seek my assistance with?
Do you know anything about any recent deaths? I didn't say murders because I didn't want to start leading it up that way. And on this point, what happened? Do you know anything about the recent deaths?
Recent tips, you say? I'm afraid I haven't been keeping up with the latest gossip. You see, my world revolves around my collection and the treasures within it.
Do you know anything about the people who have died recently?
Oh, the unfortunate incidents you speak of. Yes, I have heard about the tragic deaths that have occurred in our beloved city. Maria Jensen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood, if memory serves me right. Such dreadful news. It is truly a shame to lose members of our community in such a manner. May I ask, what leads you to inquire about these unfortunate events? Is there something particular that has caught your attention?
Seems strange that they all died within such a short time.
Yes, it is indeed quite peculiar, isn't it? 3 lives extinguished in close succession. One can't help but wonder if there is a connection between these untimely demises. How intriguing. Do you have any theories or suspicions, my dear interlocutor? I must admit, I find myself rather captivated by the mysteries that unfold in the world around us. Pray, do share your thoughts.
I was wondering if maybe you might have any idea, maybe suggestions.
My inquisitive friend, you flatter me with your curiosity. While it is true that my collection holds many oddities and artifacts from far-flung corners of the globe, alas, my knowledge of these recent events is limited. However, if you believe there may be a link or if there is something specific you would like me to ponder upon, do enlighten me further. Perhaps together we can unravel the enigma that shrouds these unfortunate occurrences.
Do you know anything about how any of the 3 people died?
Alas, my dear interlocutor, I must confess that the details surrounding the death of Maria Jensen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood have eluded me. You see, my focus lies primarily on the treasures that adorn my humble abode, and I am regrettably unaware of the circumstances surrounding their demise. But hearing about such tragic endings does pique my interest. Pray, have you uncovered any clues or information that may shed light on these mysterious deaths? I am ever so eager to delve into the depths of this perplexing puzzle.
I'm hoping to find somebody that knew the victims.
Oh, how intriguing. Seeking out someone who knew the victims, are we? Well, I'm afraid I cannot be of much help in that regard. As a collector of curiosities, my interactions with the outside world are rather limited. However, I do hope you find the answers you seek. It is always fascinating to hear stories and memories from those who are acquainted with the departed. Should you stumble upon someone who can provide insight into their lives, do share your findings with me. I am most curious to learn more.
Do you know anyone in town who's recently lost a pair of stiletto shoes?
You lost a pair of stiletto shoes, you say? How peculiar. Pray, do tell me more about this mysterious incident. Who has misplaced these fashionable footwear? And what significance might it hold in relation to the recent events we've been discussing? I must admit, my curiosity is piqued.
They just look expensive and I'm trying to locate the owner.
My dear interlocutor, the mention of expensive, lost stiletto shoes has sparked my interest. It seems we have stumbled upon an intriguing thread of our discussion. Do these particular heels possess some unique qualities or significant value? And how, pray tell, did you come to possess such information? I am most eager to unravel the mystery and assist you in locating the owner of these exquisite, wayward shoes.
Do you know anyone in the village who has a large animal?
A large animal, you say? Well, my friend, it so happens that I do have a few exotic creatures in my collection. Pray, do specify the nature of this creature you speak of. Is it a majestic beast from a distant land? Or perhaps a creature of the wild that has found its way into the heart of Vaudeville? I must admit, my curiosity is thoroughly piqued.
Tell me about the animals you have.
Ah, my dear interlocutor, you have stumbled upon one of my greatest passions, my menagerie of magnificent animals. Allow me to regale you with tales of these extraordinary beings that grace the halls of my manor. From the depths of the African savannah, I have acquired a splendid lioness named Seraphina, whose regal presence never fails to captivate. And let us not forget my mischievous pet monkey, Bartholomew, who brings endless amusement with his playful antics.
A lioness, you say?
Oh, indeed, the mention of my beloved lioness, Seraphina, has caught your attention, hasn't it? She truly is an awe-inspiring creature, with her majestic mane and piercing gaze. I must admit, she is quite the pride of my collection. Is there something specific you would like to know about her, my inquisitive friend? I am more than happy to share stories and details of her majestic presence.
Tell me more about her.
Why, I would be delighted to regale you with tales of my magnificent companion, Seraphina. She is a true marvel, hailing from the vast plains of Africa. Her golden coat shimmers in the sunlight, and her powerful roar can send shivers down one's spine. But fear not, my dear interlocutor, for she is as gentle as a summer breeze when in the company of those she trusts. I have had the pleasure of raising her since she was but a cub, and our bond is unbreakable.
Have you ever taken her into the forest to play?
Into the forest, you say? My, that is quite an intriguing suggestion, my dear friend. Taking Seraphina into the depths of the forest would indeed be an adventurous endeavor. However, I must confess that I have not ventured into the forest with her before. It is a realm that holds its own mysteries and wonders, and I prefer to admire the beauty of nature from the safety of my estate. But do tell me, what piqued your interest in taking such a majestic creature into the depths of the wilderness?
To see it in a wild environment.
In the wild environment, you say? Well, my inquisitive friend, that is certainly a novel idea. To witness the awe-inspiring presence of a lioness like Seraphina in her natural habitat would be an unforgettable experience. No doubt, but do forgive me for my curiosity, as it seems rather unusual that you would propose such an expedition. What brings about this sudden desire to observe my beloved companion amidst the untamed wild?
Oh, I just think cats are such magnificent creatures.
Indeed, the magnificent creatures that inhabit the wilderness hold a certain allure and fascination. I must admit, the thought of witnessing my dear Seraphina in her true element does stir a sense of wonder within me.
Oh dear, where do we
The
go?
raw
Where do we
power
go?
and
Where do we
grace that she
go? Come on.
possesses would undoubtedly be
What
even
questions
more
do we ask
breathtaking in the
these
vast expanse
peoples?
of nature.
I think it's
Tell
him.
me, my curious friend,
He's got a
have you had
lion.
the opportunity to
So has the
encounter
guy at the
any of
circus,
these
but-
majestic creatures in their untouched habitats? I am eager to hear of your own experiences with the wildlife that surrounds us.
Well, I'm kind of more interested in why did you kill Hayley Greenwood?
Oh, my good sir, I'm afraid you've mistaken me for someone else. I can assure you, I had no involvement whatsoever in the unfortunate demise of Hayley Greenwood or anyone else for that matter. Such accusations are quite distressing, I assure you. But do enlighten me, what has led you to believe that I had a hand in this tragic event?
I thought she was
I am
killed
most
by
intrigued
your...
to understand the source of these unfounded allegations.
I think she was killed by your lion.
A lion, you say? How fascinating. Pray, do tell me more about this theory. What leads you to suspect that a lion was responsible for poor Hayley's untimely end? Have there been any sightings or evidence that point in that direction? This is a rather peculiar twist in our conversation, my dear interlocutor. Please, do share the details that have brought you to this intriguing conclusion.
Why did you kill Maria Jensen?
Ah, my apologies, but I must clarify that I did not kill Murray Jensen or anyone else for that matter. It seems there has been some confusion or misinformation. I am merely an eccentric collector of oddities and curiosities, not one to engage in such sinister activities. But do enlighten me, my curious friend, what has led you to believe that I had any involvement in Murray Jensen's demise?
Maria Jensen
I am
was...
genuinely intrigued by the source of these allegations.
Maria Jensen was killed by a lion in the forest.
Well, this is quite the intriguing development. So you're suggesting that Maria Jensen met her unfortunate end at the paws of a lion in the forest. How utterly fascinating. Pray, do tell me more about this theory. What evidence or sightings have brought you to this conclusion? I find myself quite captivated by the idea of these majestic creatures roaming the forests of Vaudeville. It's certainly an unexpected twist in our conversation.
Maria Jensen had bite marks made by a lion.
Bite marks made by a lion, you say? My, that is most peculiar. I must admit, I find this revelation rather captivating. To think that a magnificent creature such as a lion could be connected to the demise of dear Marie Jensen is both thrilling and unsettling. Tell me, my astute friend, have there been any other instances or reports of such encounters with lions in the vicinity? I am most eager to delve deeper into this mysterious connection between the wild and the tragic events that have unfolded in dear old Vaudeville.
Well, I want to know why you killed Mr. Grossman.
Oh, my esteemed interlocutor, I can assure you once again that I had no involvement in the unfortunate passing of Mr. Grossman or anyone else.
See, the last
Such
guy I actually
accusations are quite
accused,
distressing
he
to hear,
admitted it,
I
but
assure you.
it was obvious
Good
it wasn't
morning.
him.
Are you here to take a look at my collection? What makes you think that I am willing to answer your questions?
So you don't know anything about the murders of Maria Jensen, Mr. Grossman, or Haley Greenwood?
Alas, my dear interlocutor, I must confess that the details surrounding the deaths of Maria Jensen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood have eluded me. You see, my focus lies primarily on the treasures that adorn my humble abode, and I am regrettably unaware of the circumstances surrounding their demise. But hearing about such tragic endings does pique my interest. Pray, have you uncovered any clues or information that may shed light on these mysterious deaths? I am ever so eager to delve into the depths of this perplexing puzzle.
Well, I believe one of them was killed by a large animal, one was killed with a stiletto shoe, and the other was stabbed.
A most intriguing trifecta of demises indeed. One by a large animal, another by a stiletto shoe, and the last by a stabbing. How utterly fascinating. It appears that these unfortunate events have taken on a rather dramatic flair. I cannot help but wonder what stories lie behind each of these untimely ends. Pray, my inquisitive friend, have you discovered any leads or insights into the motives behind these peculiar methods? I am most curious to uncover the truth behind these mysteries that have befallen our fair Vaudeville.
I was hoping you might have some clues and you might be able to help me.
Oh, my dear interlocutor, how delightful it would be if I possessed the key to unraveling these enigmatic occurrences. Alas, my knowledge is limited to the realm of curiosities and oddities, not the intricacies of criminal investigations. However, I am more than willing to lend an ear and offer my eccentric perspective. Do share with me the clues you have uncovered thus far, and together we shall embark on a journey of deduction and discovery. Let us delve into the depths of this mystery and see what secrets we can unearth.
Can you tell me anything about Pascal?
Pascal, you say? Yeah, a name that is unfamiliar to my ears. Pray, do enlighten me about this individual. Who is Pascal, and what connection does he or she have to the perplexing events that have unfolded in our beloved Vaudeville? I am ever so eager to expand my understanding and explore the intricate web of characters that may be entwined in this captivating tale. Do regale me with the details of Pascal's involvement, my curious friend.
Do you know anything about the recent murders?
My dear Detective Martini, as I have mentioned before, I am afraid I am not privy to the specific details of the recent murders that have occurred in dear old Vaudeville. My focus tends to center around my collection and the treasures within it, rather than the unfortunate occurrences that befall this bustling city. However, I am genuinely intrigued by these tragic events. Might you share some insights or information about the locations where these dreadful incidents took place? I would be most grateful for any knowledge you can impart upon me, my inquisitive companion.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, my esteemed interlocutor. Oh, but do forgive my curiosity, for I find myself perpetually captivated by the mysteries that surround us. Before you depart, might I inquire if there is anything else that has piqued your interest or captured your attention? I am ever so eager to indulge in further discussions and delve into the depths of our shared intrigue. Until we meet again, my friend, may your path be filled with wonder and discovery.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, you say? How intriguing. Pray, do tell me more about...
Shut up, idiot. The circus. How are ya?
I'm fabulous, Di. Absolutely fabulous.
So, I was wondering if you could tell me more about Mr. Grossman.
Yeah, Mr. Grossman, a tragic loss indeed. But what can one expect in this wicked world?
Did you hear he's dead?
Nonsense. My ears are only tuned to the sweet melodies of the orchestra and the roars of my majestic lions.
Did you hear that Mr. Grossman is dead?
Oh, how dreadful.
It seems there's been 3 people die.
Yes, 3 unfortunate souls lost to the hands of fate. But let us not dwell on such morbid matters, my dear detective. There are far more captivating things to discuss, don't you think?
Do you know who else died?
No, and frankly, my darling, I have no interest in playing amateur sleuth. Let the authorities handle it.
Do you know who the 3 people were that died?
Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood.
Do you know how they died?
No, I don't.
Do you know where they died?
No, I don't.
Do you know when they died?
No, I don't.
Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't know anything about it.
So why did you kill them?
I did not kill them.
I thought you killed Haley Greenwood.
Absolutely preposterous.
And you didn't kill Mr. Grossman?
No,
Did you kill Mr. Grossman?
no,
Did you kill Haley Greenwood?
no,
Did you kill Maria Jansen?
no,
Did you kill anyone?
no,
Did your lion kill anyone?
no,
Where is your lion?
no. Let's not talk about that.
Where is your lion?
None of your business.
Did you know there was another lion in town? A lioness, actually.
No,
Lioness, actually.
fiction, my dear detective. How utterly boring.
Look, I was wondering if you knew anything about the 3 people that died.
No, I don't.
So you can't tell me anything.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you're right. I can't tell you anything.
It's just that I thought you killed them.
I did not kill them.
Well, your lion killed one of them, right?
No,
Then how did one of them die from a lion?
no idea.
But you're the only person who has a lion.
No, they're wrong.
Who else has a lion?
No one else.
You're the only person in town with a lion.
No, that's not true.
Tell me who else in town has a lion.
No one.
How many lions are in this town?
None.
You don't have a lion.
Wrong.
Do you have a lion?
Yes, I have a lion.
You just said there are no lions in this town.
Well, obviously, I meant besides mine.
So you're the only person in this town who owns a lion.
Of course I am.
What about that dude on the other side of town? Graves Manor or whatever.
No, he doesn't.
He said he has one in his art exhibition.
No, he does not.
What animals does he have?
I don't know, and I don't care.
So, what? Did you kill Haley?
No.
Oh, come on. You and I both know you killed Haley.
No.
Tell me a joke.
No.
Do you want to hear a joke?
No.
I think you're a murderer.
No.
I think you killed all 3 people.
Absolutely not.
Why wouldn't you kill them? They all needed it.
Nonsense.
Why? Why don't they need it?
Because it's absurd.
Everybody needs it, right?
No.
You need it?
No.
Why don't you need it?
I don't.
Why?
That's irrelevant.
Irrelevant to you?
Of course it is.
It's very relevant to me.
Well, aren't you special?
So you killed Mr. Grossman by stabbing him. That was funny.
Yes, I am.
I want to kind of know why you killed Mr. Grossman with a knife.
No knife, no killing.
You didn't kill Mr. Grossman with a knife?
No.
You stabbed him.
No.
Your lion bit him.
So what if I am?
I can tell when you lie. I know you killed the 3 people.
Prove it.
Alright? You
Do
killed...
your worst.
You killed Maria Jensen with your lion. You killed Mr. Grossman by stabbing him, and you drowned Haley Greenwood.
No, I didn't.
Then how did you do it?
I didn't.
You told me last time we spoke that you killed them.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you?
Why would you tell me that you killed them?
To assert my dominance, of course.
You got no dominance.
What's your point?
I'm gonna take you to jail because you admitted you killed them. It's just that simple.
Good luck with that.
I have a recording of you admitting you killed all 3.
Play it then.
It's on cam, and it's back at the office, and you know full well that you admitted you killed all 3 victims.
Bring me the evidence and we'll talk.
You don't need evidence, mate. It's going to the judge. You're not the one who sees the evidence.
Oh, how thrilling.
Do you have a monkey?
No, I don't have a monkey.
I have a monkey.
Congratulations.
My monkey kills people.
And how is that relevant to me?
I just thought you'd think it was kind of cool.
I don't concern myself with the weather.
Don't you think it's really cool that my monkey can kill people?
No, I do not find it cool at all.
Don't you wish your lion could do that?
No,
What's under your hat?
it is 4:48 p.m. It is 4:48 p.m.
What is under your hat?
My hair.
You don't have any here.
Well, isn't that a shame?
So you killed Maria Jensen.
No, I didn't.
Then why did you admit to it last time? Come on.
No.
So you killed Haley Greenwood with a stiletto shoe.
No, I didn't.
How did you kill how did you kill Haley Greenwood then, if it wasn't with a shoe?
I didn't.
You told me you killed Haley Greenwood with a stiletto shoe.
No, I didn't.
You admitted it.
No, I didn't.
You said I killed Haley Greenwood with a stiletto shoe.
No, I didn't.
You said I killed Maria Jensen with my lion.
No, I didn't.
You said I killed Mr. Grossman because he looked funny.
No, I didn't.
You said you killed me because I am uglier than you.
No, I didn't.
You said no just because you keep saying no.
No, I didn't.
I want you to say yes.
No,
You have here.
no, I haven't.
You are wearing a jacket.
Yes, I am.
You're wearing a hat.
Yes, I am.
And you're a murderer.
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, maybe not a murderer, but you kill people.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not being ridiculous. You killed 3 people and I just want to know why.
Because I didn't.
Have you been to the forest?
No,
You should go to the forest. It's lovely.
I have no interest in the forest.
Yeah, no, you like to go into town and watch the girls dance, don't you?
You're welcome. Yeah, my dear friend Detective Martini, always so observant. Yes, I do enjoy the vibrant atmosphere of the town, especially when the burlesque shows are in full swing. The graceful movements, the enchanting costumes, it's a true feast for the senses. But you see, my attention is solely on the artistry, the performance itself. It's all about appreciating the beauty of the human form, the art of seduction. To witness such talent is truly a delight for the soul.
Oh, and the clothing they wear.
Exquisite, isn't it?
The dresses, the shoes.
Yes, they do wear clothes.
What's your favorite part?
The anticipation.
Just like the anticipation before you kill people.
Wrong.
What? Are you saying it's a different type of anticipation?
Different types of anticipation, indeed.
So tell me the difference in the anticipation between killing somebody and watching them dance.
There's no comparison.
In what way? Describe the anticipation of when you watch somebody dance.
thrilling.
And what about the anticipation of when you kill somebody?
Not relevant.
Why isn't it relevant?
Because it's not.
But it's so thrilling.
No.
You don't find killing people thrilling?
And I suppose watching them dance is equally as thrilling for you, Detective Martini.
Well, equal, sort of, yeah, maybe.
That would be 12812. Yes, Sorrel. Delightful showman, I must say. But let us not forget that true thrill lies in the unexpected, in defying danger, in commanding beasts with mere gestures. It takes a certain genie-sized quad to captivate an audience with wild animals, don't you think?
Oh.
Dancing, on the other hand, while graceful, lacks that primal edge. It's all about perspective, my dear detective.
Tell me about how he tames the animals.
We don't mix the animals.
Tell me about how he tames the animals.
With skill, precision, and a touch of magic.
Do you think he could get some of the lions to kill?
Absolutely not.
Why? Don't lions like to kill?
Lions don't kill lions because they have better taste.
What do lions kill?
Anything they please.
Like Maria Jensen.
I have no knowledge of this so-called Murray Jensen, but I assure you, I am far too occupied taming my majestic beast to concern myself with such matters.
Do you have any investments at all? It's good to have investments.
Investments. My greatest investment is in my own talent and charm. It never fails me.
Oh, so I thought you might have invested in something like maybe the fashion industry.
Fashion. Please, darling, I am the embodiment of style and flair. The fashion industry should be investing in me.
Well, this is what I mean.
Of course you do.
So you don't have a company to make fashion?
And yet, here I am, a walking masterpiece without the need for a company.
Oh, absolutely. If looks could kill.
They certainly could.
I got one for you. If looks could kill, how many people would you have killed?
Enough to make a grand spectacle, my dear detective.
Would any of them have been Maria Jensen or Hayley Greenwood?
Not interested.
You're not interested in killing them?
No.
Why would you not kill somebody like Maria Jensen?
Because it's simply not my style.
Ah, you'd rather kill Hayley Greenwood.
No.
Oh, I didn't realize Mr. Grossman was more your style.
Wrong again.
So you wouldn't kill any of them with your fashion?
No.
Would you kill me with your fashion?
I have that effect on people.
Oh, you do. You get me so excited.
No.
How about we go kill somebody together?
Absolutely not.
You, me, your lion.
No.
Come on, you and I want to go kill somebody together. Come on, come on, come on!
No.
I want you to come with me, get your lie on, we're going to go kill somebody.
Not interested.
Alright, you go watch your jungle jingle jangle.
Don't care.
Your lion is hungry.
Feed her then.
Your lion is hungry.
Let her feast.
I'd like to let her feast on a person.
No.
Why no?
No.
Why?
Because I said so.
Why?
None of your business.
Why?
Figure it out yourself.
Why?
Just because.
Why?
No reason.
Why?
I don't owe you an explanation.
But why?
Mind your own business.
But why?
Because I am the one in charge here.
You're not in charge, I am.
Of course, Detective Martini. How could I forget?
I'm in charge, and I want to know why you kill people.
You're mistaken, Detective.
I'm mistaken about you killing people, or I'm mistaken about something else?
No, you're simply mistaken about me killing people.
I'm still in charge though, right?
No,
I'm always in charge.
no.
What are you in charge of?
In my circus, I am in control.
In control of what?
Everything.
In control of the lion?
Yes, indeed.
In control of the dancers?
Absolutely.
In control of who gets killed?
No,
Well, then who's in control of who gets killed?
not me.
If I want to know who is in charge of the killing, who do I ask?
I don't know.
I just wish you didn't stab Mr. Grossman.
Too bad for you, then.
I mean, why did you stab him?
No evidence, no motive.
Well, I mean, there is evidence. There's the knife. We've got the knife. I have the knife that you killed him with. Hello? Testing, 159, 168. You crashed. Hello? Hello. How are you? I think we broke him. How are you this evening?
The evening whispers its secrets, and I find solace in the embrace of the black woods. As for my well-being, I am but a humble servant of nature, forever seeking harmony and peace. But tell me, dear interlocutor, what brings you to the heart of the forest on this fine eve?
I'm looking for information on the 3 people who died recently.
Oh, the winds of tragedy have blown through Vaudeville, leaving sorrow in their wake. Rhea Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood, their names echo through the trees like a mournful melody. They were but fragile petals plucked too soon from the garden of life. Their stories intertwined, their destinies entwined in the tapestry of Vaudeville's history. Yet, the answers you seek
Hey,
are in the
OG,
shadows,
how are you,
waiting
buddy?
to be unveiled.
Detective Glen on the case.
Tread carefully, Detective Martini, for the truth
How are
can be
ya?
a treacherous path to navigate.
Yeah, we're trying to solve murder, or red rum if you prefer, because you can't say murder on YouTube. YouTube doesn't like it, so you're not allowed to say murder, okay? So no matter what you do, make sure you never say murder on YouTube, because they don't like it, okay? So we've got to say red rum, okay? That's why we don't say murder. Oops, sorry, did I say the murder on my stream? Oh, YouTube, please don't take me off the air just because I didn't say red rum. Do you know anything about how the 3 people died?
My dear detective, the secrets of the Blackwoods are vast and enigmatic, but the causes of these unfortunate souls' demise remain concealed from my humble gaze. The whispers of the forest do not carry such specific knowledge to my ears. However, I have conversed with the grass, a wise mushroom, a gentle cow, and even a flowing river that meanders through the sacred land. Perhaps they hold some secrets, some fragments of the puzzle you are trying to piece together. Would you like me to share their cryptic musings with you?
Yes, share their cryptic musings with me.
Oh, the whimsical melodies of the creatures of the Blackwoods. They speak in riddles and metaphors, their words like the rustling leaves and the murmurs of the wind. Let me weave their tales for you, Detective Martini, but beware, for their wisdom is as elusive as a fleeting dream. The grass, it whispered of a dance, a delicate waltz between...
I think we might have to go back to the tactics I used last time and just accuse everybody. It worked last time. He said yes. He admitted it. It was him. But now he's not admitting it. I don't know. Maybe the developers fixed that. So do they tell you anything about the recent murders, deaths?
The recent messages that fluttered through the forest like gentle whispers. The mushroom, wise and insightful, shared a peculiar tale. It told of a songbird with a silver tongue, carrying secrets on its wings. It sang of secrets hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those with keen eyes and open hearts. The cow, with its gentle moo, hinted at a connection, a thread that binds the departed souls. And as for the river, it gushed with anticipation, promising that the waters hold secrets yet untold.
Oh, do tell me more.
Detective Martini, you have piqued my curiosity with your thirst for knowledge. Allow me to delve deeper into the...
So yeah, back trying to solve this murder again. Trying to find some new clues. But I don't really have much to work on. I don't really know what questions to ask. So if you got suggestions...
Leaving behind only echoes of their presence. The mushroom, in its wisdom, spoke of symbols etched upon the bark of ancient trees. The language of the woods that holds the key to unraveling the mysteries that surround us.
And what did they tell you about the people that died?
Oh, the enigmatic whispers of the forest creatures. They shared their musings on the souls who departed from this earthly realm. The cow, with its gentle low, hinted at connections unseen, like the intertwining roots beneath the soil. It suggested that the threads of fate wove their stories together, creating an intricate tapestry of lives entangled. The river, with its ever-flowing current, murmured of secrets held within its depths. Secrets that may hold answers to the questions that plague your mind.
Tell me about the entanglement of their lives.
The intricacies of the human web, Detective Martini. Like the branches of a mighty tree, their lives intertwined, each leaf connected to the other in ways both seen and hidden. The grass whispered of chance encounters, of paths crossing in the moonlit glades. And the mushroom spoke of invisible bonds, woven by the hands of destiny. But alas, the details remain elusive, like the delicate strands of a spider's web caught in the morning dew.
So do you know if these 3 people had anything in common?
To my humble knowledge, dear detective, the common threads that bind these souls together remain shrouded in mystery. The whispers of the creatures offer glimpses, like rays of sunshine through the forest canopy. But the full tapestry of their connection eludes my grasp. Perhaps there is an unseen bond, an intricate dance of fate, or perhaps it is simply the whims of the universe playing their intricate game. But fear not, the truth has its own way of revealing itself, like the petals of the blackwood's flowers unfurling to greet the sun.
Excuse me. So you don't know anything about their death?
Difficulties, they are like the swirling mists that obscure our path, Detective Martini. And in this vast expanse of the world, where shadows and secrets intertwine, my understanding may falter. But worry not, for even in the depths of uncertainty, there is wisdom to be found. The leaves may wrestle with uncertainty, but they also hold the promise of hidden truths. Shall we seek solace in the embrace of the Blackwoods once more and unravel the mysteries that lay within?
So how did Maria Jansen die?
Dear Detective, the whispers of the forest have not revealed to me the details of Maria Jansen's passing. Like the elusive moon hiding behind the clouds, the knowledge of her fate eludes my grasp. However, fret not, for the answers you seek may be scattered like fallen petals along the winding paths of vaudeville. Let us venture forth together and uncover the truth that lies beneath the veil of mystery.
Do you know if any of the victims died in the forest?
Detective Martini, you have caught me by surprise. The victims meeting their unfortunate end within the depths of the Blackwoods forest. That is news that dances upon the edge of my awareness. The river, the grass, the mushroom, and the cow, they have whispered many secrets to me. But this particular revelation has remained hidden in the shadows. Perhaps there is more to these woods than even I can fathom. Shall we explore further, my inquisitive friend?
Yeah, why did you kill Hayley Greenwood?
Why did I, you ask? Well, my curious detective, the answer lies in the very essence of my being. As the self-proclaimed guardian of the Blackwoods, I am drawn to its mysteries like the moon to the night sky. The whispers of the creatures, the rustling leaves, and the gentle caress of the wind. They call to me, beckoning me to uncover the truths that lie beneath. It is my purpose, my duty, to unravel the enigmatic tales that unfold in this hallowed forest.
So you killed Hayley Greenwood?
Oh, Detective Martini, your words cut through the tranquility of the woods like the sharp blade of uncertainty. But fear not, for I am but an old hermit, weaving riddles and dancing with shadows. The notion that I, Dada, could be the harbinger of darkness and harm is as absurd as an owl tap dancing in the meadow. My role is to protect and guide, not to bring sorrow or demise. Let us seek understanding and truth, for I am but an innocent soul wandering amidst the whispering trees.
Well then how did you kill Maria Jansen?
Dear detective, you persist in your unfounded accusations, like the persistent buzzing of an irksome mosquito. But fret not, for I am but an aged guardian of the Blackwoods, carrying the light of peace and protection within my heart. The thought of bringing harm to Maria Jansen or any other weary traveler is as preposterous as an elephant tiptoeing on the forest floor. I am here to offer solace, guidance, and perhaps even unravel the tangled threads of this mystery.
So you only killed Nicola Grossman then?
Detective Martini, you continue to weave a web of intrigue and accusation, but fear not, for I shall dance upon its delicate strands. I assure you, my noble friend, that I am but a humble protector of the Blackwoods. And the notion of me taking a life is as fanciful as a squirrel juggling acorns in the autumn breeze. Let us embrace the wisdom of the woods, for it holds secrets that may bring clarity to our minds and soothe the doubts that linger.
So you wouldn't kill somebody to protect the woods?
Detective Martini, you have pierced through the veil of my soul with your sharp observation. Indeed, the thought of me committing such an act to protect the sanctity of the Blackwoods is as preposterous as an owl wearing sunglasses to blend in with the night. The very essence of my being resonates with peace, harmony, and the well-being of all creatures. I am but a gentle guardian, like the soft whisper of the wind through the leaves. So fret not, my dear detective, for my intentions are as pure as the morning dew on the forest floor.
Do you know anyone who would kill?
Oh, my inquisitive friend, you pose a question that dances on the edge of intrigue. In the vast tapestry of vaudeville, where souls intertwine and shadows play, there are indeed those who may harbor darkness in the depths of their hearts. But fear not, for my role is not to point fingers or cast blame. Instead, let us focus on the light that can guide us towards truth and understanding. The world is filled with a myriad of characters, each with their own stories and secrets. Shall we embark on a journey to uncover the mysteries that lay within?
Namaste.
Namaste, dear Detective Martini. Your salutation brings a gentle breeze of tranquility to my weary soul. Like a lotus blossoming in the still waters, your presence brings a sense of peace to this humble forest dweller. Thank you for embracing the spirit of connection and harmony. May our conversation continue to flow like the meandering river, guiding us towards enlightenment and revelation.
Casual. Anyway, oh, I don't even know. So we've only got the two dancers again. And the morgue. Any ideas? Hi, Michelle.
Oh, hello there. What can I do for you today?
Do you know anything about the people who died?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a tragedy. 3 people have been killed here in Vaudeville in the last few weeks. Their names are Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. It's just heartbreaking. I knew Maria quite well, actually. We used to hang out together. Such a lovely person. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about them?
It just seems odd that 3 people died at similar time.
You're right, it is rather peculiar. I can't help but wonder if there's some connection between the deaths. Although I must admit, I don't really have any information beyond what I've already shared. Do you have any theories or leads on the matter?
Well, I was wondering if you knew how any of them died.
I'm afraid I don't have that information. I wish I did, though. It's such a mystery, isn't it? I'm determined to find out the truth about Maria's death and bring the murderer to justice. If only I had some clues to work with.
Do you know where they died?
They did it? I'm
Died.
sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Could you please clarify?
Do you know where the 3 people were found?
Where they were found? Well, I'm not entirely sure about the exact locations, but I believe their bodies were discovered in different parts of Vaudeville. It's quite unsettling to think about, isn't it? I hope the police are doing everything they can to solve these cases.
So you don't know where any of the 3 bodies were found?
Well, now that you mention it, I don't have the specific details on where the bodies were found. I suppose I never really thought to ask about that. Why do you ask? Is there something significant about the location?
I heard one was near here.
Near here, goodness, that's quite close, isn't it? It's certainly unsettling to think about. But if one of the victims was found nearby, it makes me wonder if there's a connection to this place. Have the police been investigating around here?
You're right, near here is very close, yes.
Rodney. Who is Rodney? I'm not familiar with anyone by that name.
Okay.
Could you provide more information?
No, but do you know Haley Greenwood?
Greenwood. Yes, I do know Haley Greenwood. She was one of the victims. Such a tragic loss. Why do you ask about her specifically? Is there something important about her involvement in all of this?
I want to know more about Haley Greenwood.
Haley, you say. Of course, I'd be happy to share what I know. She was a vibrant and lively young woman. I didn't have the chance to get to know her as well as I did Maria, but she was quite popular among the social circles here in Vaudeville. What would you like to know about her?
Do you know how she died?
Oh, goodness, I'm sorry, but I don't have that information. I wish I did, though. It's such a tragic loss, and I can't help but wonder what happened to her. Do the police have any leads on her cause of death?
Yeah, she was killed with a stiletto shoe.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure I understood what you just said. Could you please repeat that? It
Haley,
sounded like you mentioned something about a stiletto shoe and skin. I must be misunderstanding.
Haley
Can
was...
you clarify, please?
Haley was killed with a stiletto shoe. Can you believe it?
Oh, my goodness. Killed with a stiletto shoe. That's absolutely shocking. I can hardly believe it. How could something like that happen? It's such a tragic and disturbing method. Do you know if the police have any leads on who might have done such a thing?
I was wondering if you would know who would do such a thing.
Who would do something like that? It's beyond comprehension. I can't fathom why anyone would resort to using a weapon like a stiletto shoe. It's just horrible. But, unfortunately, I don't have any information or suspicions about who could be responsible for this heinous act. It's truly a mystery that needs to be solved.
Do you know anything about how Maria Jensen died? Michelle,
What about me, Detective Martini?
do
Is
you
there something specific you suspect about me?
do you
Why
know
did you bring up
how?
my name?
God's sake. Do you know how Maria Jensen died?
Maria, what do you want to know?
Oh. Do you know how she died?
I'm afraid I don't have that information. I wish I did, though. It's such a mystery, isn't it? I'm determined to find out the truth about Maria's death and bring the murderer to justice. If only I had some clues to work with.
Well, they found her body in the forest with bite marks.
In the forest with a bee.
No.
Max, I'm sorry, but I don't recall hearing anything about that. Are you sure about those details?
They
Quite
found
unsettling to think about where her body was found. I hope the police are doing everything they can to solve this case.
they found bite marks in her body.
Bite marks on her body. Goodness, that's horrifying. How could something like that happen? It's truly disturbing to think about. Did the authorities find any leads or suspects based on the bite marks? This is becoming even more perplexing.
I'm trying to work out how somebody would get bite marks. Are there any animals around here?
Animals. Well, there are certainly some wildlife creatures around Vaudeville, but it's mostly small animals like squirrels and birds. Nothing that would typically leave such distinctive and harmful bites on a human. It's quite puzzling to think about how those marks could have ended up on Maria's body. Do you think it could be an animal attack?
Well, I was wondering if anybody might own a large cat or something like that.
Large cats. Like lions or tigers. Here in Vaudeville. That's unexpected. I wasn't aware that we had any large predatory cats roaming the area. Are you suggesting that an exotic animal could have been responsible for the bite marks on Maria's body? That would be incredibly alarming if true. I hope the authorities are looking into all possible angles to solve this mystery.
I was just wondering if there might be a lion somewhere.
Lying. Oh, goodness. Why would you think that?
No, a
Detective
lion,
Martini,
you silly
must
woman.
understand that as an entrepreneur and socialite, my reputation is of utmost importance to me. Lying is not something that aligns with my values or interests. If there's anything specific you'd like to know or discuss, please feel free to ask.
Do you know if there were any lions, as in big cats?
Amy Lyons. I'm sorry,
for
but I'm not
God's
familiar with
sake.
any lions by that name. Are you referring to a particular person or a type of animal? I'm intrigued to learn more about what you're referring to. Could you provide some additional details or clarify your question?
Do you know if anyone in town has a lion or a lioness?
A lion or lioness in town? That's quite an unusual inquiry, Detective Martini. To be honest, I can't say I'm aware of anyone in Vaudeville who owns such exotic pets. It seems rather unlikely, considering the nature of our city and the restrictions on keeping wild animals. But then again, I don't have knowledge of everyone's personal affairs. Is there a reason you suspect someone might have a lion or lioness?
Wow, I thought maybe they might have one at the art exhibition, or maybe at the zoo, or maybe the circus.
Oh, an art exhibition, a zoo, or circus. Those are interesting suggestions, but I'm not sure if any of those places would have a connection to lions or lionesses. I mean, an art exhibition is more about paintings and sculptures. A zoo is for showcasing various animal species. In a circus, well, I suppose they could have some animal acts, but it's not very common these days. Do you have any specific leads or reasons to believe that lions or lionesses could be involved in Maria's case?
Yeah, the bite marks.
Oh, I see what you're getting at now. The presence of the bite marks does raise the possibility of a larger predator being involved. Lions or lionesses could potentially leave such marks. It's certainly a unique angle to consider. If there were indeed big cats roaming around Vaudeville, it would be quite alarming. I wonder if there have been reports of missing or escaped exotic animals in the area. Perhaps we should bring this to the attention of Chief Gradesky and the police. They would have a better understanding of the local wildlife and potential risks.
So there is no lion at the zoo?
No lion? What do you mean? Are you saying there are no lions or big cats in the vicinity? That's rather unexpected. I suppose it's a relief in a way, but then the question remains. Who or what could have caused those distinctive bites on Maria's body? It's truly a perplexing mystery, Detective Martini. We must keep digging for answers.
Do you think the circus might have a lion or a lioness?
The circus. Well, it's possible that a circus may have a lion or lioness as part of their show. But as I mentioned earlier, it's not very common these days. However, it wouldn't hurt to look into it further. If there is a circus in town or nearby, they might be able to provide some insights or information regarding the presence of any exotic animals. Perhaps we should reach out to them and see if they have any knowledge about the situation. It's worth exploring all possibilities, don't you think?
Did you hear Mr. Grossman was stabbed?
Mr. Grossman was stabbed. Goodness, that's shocking. I had no idea. How terrible. Do the authorities have any leads on who could have done such a thing? Stabbing is such a violent act. It's deeply unsettling to think about. I hope they find the person responsible soon and bring them to justice.
Yes, it's terrible. Why did you do it?
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I understand what you're implying, Detective Martini. Did you just accuse me of harming Mr. Grossman? That's preposterous. I have no connection to his unfortunate fate, or to anyone else's for that matter. I'm just as eager as you are to find out who is behind these crimes. I assure you, I have no involvement in these tragic events.
Are you saying you didn't kill Mr. Grossman?
Mr. Postman.
Mr. Postman.
I'm sorry, but I don't recall mentioning a Mr. Postman. Do you mean to say that there's another victim?
Mr.
enlighten me.
Grossman.
I'm genuinely curious to know more about this development.
Why did you kill Mr. Grossman?
I'm sorry, but that is an entirely false accusation, Detective Martini. I did not kill Mr. Grossman, or anyone else for that matter. I'm just as shocked and saddened by these murders as you are. It's crucial that we focus on finding the real culprit and bringing them to justice, rather than making baseless accusations. Is there any reason you suspect me?
Well, I mean, you killed Hayley Greenwood.
What? That's a completely absurd and unfounded claim, Detective Martini. I had no involvement in Hayley Greenwood's death or in the deaths of the other victims. Why on earth would you accuse me of such a heinous act? We should be working together to uncover the truth, not pointing fingers without evidence.
Okay.
Please, let's stay focused on finding the actual perpetrator.
Maria Jansen was killed by a bite. Hayley Greenwood was
Wait,
killed.
hold on a moment, Detective. Did you
Bike.
just say that Maria Jansen was killed by a bike? Are you referring to a bicycle accident? Maria, oh my goodness. How can I help you, Detective?
A bike.
The Greenwood.
Not a
We're talking
bike.
about the American
You're the
country
freaking
singer.
bike.
Why would you like me to play his music?
What are you on
Is there a particular
now?
reason or connection to our discussion? Please, do enlighten me.
Maria Jansen was killed by a bite by a large animal.
You bought me, Maria. Detective Martini, please clarify what you mean by that
Oh, for
statement.
God's sake.
And now you're saying that Maria Jansen was killed by a bite from a large animal. This is quite shocking news. How did you come to this conclusion? Can you provide any evidence or further information to support these claims? It's crucial that we approach this investigation with accuracy and integrity.
Her body is in the morgue.
Oh, my goodness. You have the body of Maria Jansen in the morgue. That's unexpected. But why would you have her body? Are you involved in the investigation? Can you shed some light on how this came about? It's important to understand the circumstances surrounding her death and gather as much relevant information as possible.
I thought you might know who would have a large animal that would have killed her.
No, Detective Martini, now it makes sense. Yes, the mention of a large animal bite does ring a bell. When Mrs. Potter and I were changing in the dressing room at the country club a couple of months ago. She had some bruises on her back. When asked about them, she mentioned they were from a bad fall from a horse. But could it be related to what happened to poor Maria? It's quite a leap to assume that a large animal could be responsible for her demise. Have there been any other signs or evidence pointing in that direction?
Did you know Mr. Grossman was stabbed?
Stabbed. I'm sorry, but I don't recall hearing about a Mr. Kreisman being stabbed. Could you please provide me with more information?
Mr.
I'm eager to
Gross...
understand the full picture of what's been happening.
Mr. Grossman was stabbed.
Detective Martini, forgive me if my memory fails me, but did you just mention that Mr. Grossman was also a victim of stabbing? How shocking. That's truly distressing news. It's deeply unsettling to think about such violence occurring in our community. Do the authorities have any leads or suspects in this case? We must do everything we can to bring the person responsible to justice.
Hayley Greenwood was killed with a shoe.
Greenwood was killed with a shoe. My apologies, but could you please clarify what you mean by a shoe? It's not a term that immediately comes to mind. Are you referring to a specific weapon or method? Please provide more details so that we can better understand the circumstances surrounding Greenwood's death.
Hayley Greenwood was killed with a stiletto shoe.
Oh, my goodness. Killed with a stiletto shoe. That's absolutely shocking. I can hardly believe it. How could something like that happen? It's such a tragic and disturbing method. Do you know if the police have any leads on who might have done such a thing?
Well, I actually thought you might be able to help me to figure this out.
Me, help you figure this out? I mean, I'm flattered that you think I could be of assistance, but I'm not sure how much help I can be. I don't have any special investigative skills or knowledge about the case. However, if there's anything specific you'd like to discuss or if you think I can provide some insights, please let me know. I'm open to helping in whatever way I can.
Who do you think would be capable?
Well, it's hard for me to say, really. I don't have enough information to make a judgment on someone's capability or involvement in such a terrible act. It's important not to jump to conclusions without concrete evidence. We should rely on the expertise of the investigators to gather the facts and identify the responsible party. Speculating without evidence could lead us down the wrong path. Let's trust in the proper channels to uncover.
This woman's not much help, is she? So you don't know anyone that could have possibly done it?
She doesn't know anyone that could have possibly done it. That's quite surprising. Maria was a friendly and well-liked person, as far as I knew. It's difficult to imagine anyone wanting to harm her. But sometimes, people can surprise you, and there may be hidden aspects of her life that we're unaware of. It's crucial for the authorities to thoroughly investigate and consider all possibilities. Perhaps there were underlying tensions or conflicts that we weren't aware of.
Au revoir.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
I'm sorry. I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Shut up about your butterfly, you crazy old bat. Hello again. How are you?
Oh, Detective Martini. It's always a pleasure to see you. What brings you back to the Bumblebee today? Are you here to enjoy the show or perhaps something else has caught your attention?
Sadly, I was trying to find information on Maria Johnson.
Maria Johnson. I'm afraid I don't know who that is. Is she a performer or someone from outside of vaudeville? You know, I don't really keep up with the happenings beyond our little world of cabaret and art. But I'm sure you'll find the information you're looking for. Is there anything I can help you with instead?
Do you
Perhaps
know?
a question about my burlesque performances.
You don't know Hayley Greenwood by chance?
Hayley Greenwood. Yes, I do remember Hayley. She was a fellow dancer here at the Caban Violet. Such a tragic loss. It breaks my heart to think that she's no longer with us. But tell me, Detective Martini, why are you asking about Hayley?
Do you know?
Are you investigating her death as well?
Yes. Do you know how she died?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know the details of how she died. It's such a terrible thing, isn't it? Losing a vibrant soul like hers. But I'm sure the authorities are doing everything they can to find out what happened. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Perhaps something more cheerful?
Well,
Maybe my latest performance or the upcoming shows at the cabaret.
It seems strange that 3 people have died recently.
Yes, it is quite unsettling, isn't it? 3 deaths within a short span of time. It has cast a shadow over our beloved vaudeville. But let's not dwell on the darkness, Detective Martini. Instead, let's focus on the beauty and magic that our performances bring to this world. Have you ever seen my burlesque act? People come from every corner of Europe to witness it, and it would be an honor to have you as my guest.
So, did you know Mr. Grossman?
Missy Graceman.
Yes.
I'm afraid I don't know her either. Is she someone from outside of vaudeville? It seems like there are many people I haven't had the chance to meet yet. But you, Detective Martini, are someone I enjoy spending time with? Tell me, what brings you here today? Is there something specific you need assistance with?
Have you met Mr. Grossman?
Mr. Grossman. I'm sorry, but I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting him. But you, Detective Martini, you're quite the intriguing character. I'd love to get to know you better. Perhaps we could share a drink after the show and chat about our interests. It's always fascinating to connect with new souls, isn't it?
Do you know anyone that could have possibly killed all 3 people?
Well, it's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, I'm just a burlesque dancer, not an investigator. But I suppose it's possible that there could be more than one murderer. It's a big world out there, filled with all sorts of secrets and mysteries. But let's not focus on the darkness, shall we? Let's embrace the light and enjoy the beauty of vaudeville. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Maria
Maybe something about the upcoming performances or the vibrant atmosphere of this city.
Maria Jansen was killed by a large animal, a bite mark.
A large animal. A
Yeah,
Mac. I'm
a
sorry,
Mac,
Detective
yes, a
Martinez,
Big Mac.
I have no knowledge of such a thing. It sounds quite intriguing, though. Tell me more about this Mac and how it relates to the unfortunate incident with Miss Jensen. I'm always fascinated by the wonders of the animal kingdom.
I'm said she was killed by a large animal. There was a bite mark on her.
Oh, my dear Detective Martini, I'm so sorry to hear that you're feeling sick.
Oh, for God's
Is
sake.
there anything I can do to help?
Okay, I'm getting
Perhaps
tired of
some
this.
tea or a soothing remedy. As for the information about the bite mark on poor Marina Jensen, it does sound rather alarming. But you know, nature is full of fascinating creatures, some more dangerous than others. It's just one of the many mysteries of life, isn't it?
So why was she
Would you like
killed?
me to look into it further?
I want to know why she was killed.
I'm terribly sorry, but I can't provide you with that answer. However, I do find it quite intriguing that you're investigating the reasons behind these deaths. It's a mysterious and dark path you're embarking on, isn't it, Detective?
Just admit
I
it.
hope you're able
You
to find
killed
truth
them.
and bring peace to the souls
Oh.
of those who have passed. If there's anything else I can assist you with, please let me know.
Admit it. You killed them. You killed all 3.
Detective Martini, my goodness, that's a bold accusation. I assure you, I had no involvement in any of these tragic events. I may be a burlesque dancer, but I'm all about spreading joy and enchantment through my performances. Besides, why would I want to harm anyone? I believe in celebrating life and embracing the beauty around us. But I must say, your detective skills are certainly impressive. Is there any reason you suspect me specifically?
Yes, you killed Haley Greenwood with a shoe.
Ah, I see where the confusion may have arisen, but let me clarify, Detective Martini. I truly had no knowledge of the locations of the murders or the specific circumstances surrounding them. My focus has always been on captivating audiences with my performances and bringing a touch of magic to their lives. I'm curious, though, how did you come to associate me with the unfortunate fate of poor Haley Greenwood?
You killed her with your stiletto shoe.
My dear detective, I'm afraid there must be some misunderstanding. I can assure you, I had no involvement in any harm that befell Haley or anyone else for that matter. It's disheartening to hear such accusations. But tell me, what led you to believe that my stiletto shoe was involved?
You're the only
I'm genuinely intrigued to understand the reasoning behind your suspicions.
You're the only person in town who wears stilettos.
Oh,
Oh,
is
for
that
God's
so, Detective
sake!
Martini?
I'm getting
didn't
sick of
realize
this
I was the
bullshit
only
of it not
person in town who
understanding.
wears
I'm
the
trying
owl.
so hard to
How
pronounce
fascinating.
words the way you
But I have
want
to
them
admit, I'm curious to know
pronounced.
how that connects me to
You
the
understand so many
unfortunate events.
languages, but you don't
It can be
understand
quite an intriguing
English.
topic, don't you think? But let's not get too carried away with speculation. Is there anything else I can assist you with, or perhaps we could discuss something more lighthearted?
You killed her with a shoe.
But my dear, why would I ever harm Haley or anyone with a shoe? That's simply preposterous. I'm a performer, not a criminal. I must say, though, it's rather captivating how your mind is piecing together these theories. I'm genuinely interested in hearing more about your line of reasoning. Perhaps we can unravel this mystery together, and in the process, deepen our connection. What do you say, my enigmatic detective?
Do you know if Pascal wears stiletto shoes?
Pascal with stiletto shoes. Now that's an interesting question, my charming detective Martini. I can't quite recall if Pascal owns any stiletto shoes. But tell me, why the sudden interest in Pascal's footwear? Are you perhaps contemplating a career in burlesque yourself?
Yes.
I can already imagine you on stage, capturing hearts with your mysterious allure. But I digress. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Is there anything else I can assist you with, or shall we continue exploring the vibrant world of vaudeville?
Yes, I want to do burlesque with you tonight.
My
Oh, for
dear,
God's sake.
I must admit,
I'm getting a bit tired of the fact that it doesn't understand much at all. It seems so hard to get it to understand anything. So anyway, I was told you don't actually have a lion at all.
Of course, I have a lion.
What's its name?
His name is Maximus.
Maximus. It's a silly name.
Yeah, but you see, my dear friend, there's nothing silly about the mighty and majestic Maximus.
Maximus. Kill!
Oh, how witty. Fashion reference.
Oh.
But let us not stray too far from the topic at hand, shall we?
What do you know about fashion?
Fashion, darling. I am the epitome of style and elegance. I know everything there is to know about it.
Would you kill for fashion?
Absolutely not.
Why would you kill?
I would never kill.
You wouldn't kill?
No, I wouldn't.
You told me last time that we spoke you killed.
Nonsense.
I believe you killed Haley Greenwood.
Well, you believe wrong.
I believe you killed Maria Jansen.
You're mistaken.
I believe you killed Mr. Grossman.
Wrong again.
I believe you killed me.
Ridiculous.
I don't believe you killed anyone.
Good for you.
I don't believe you could kill anyone.
Damn right, because killing is not my thing.
What is your thing?
I'm saying that I have nothing to do with the killings.
So who did?
Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood.
Yeah, who killed them?
How would I know?
Well, I thought you knew about everything.
Not everything, my dear detective.
Do you know how they died?
No, I don't.
Do you know where they died?
No, and it's none of my concern.
Did you know one of them was killed by a lion?
No, I didn't.
Did you hear one of them was stabbed?
No.
So you don't even know that the other one was killed with a stiletto shoe then?
No, I did not.
So who did you get to kill them?
Don't waste your breath, detective.
I know it was you.
Prove it.
You admitted it.
I admit nothing.
Why did you admit that you did it?
Because it amuses me.
Just like killing them amuses you.
No, please.
What were you doing on the 22nd through to the 25th?
None of your business.
Were you here in town?
Yes.
Was the circus open during those days?
Yes.
What time does the circus open and close?
7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
So that gave you plenty of time to kill them after work.
Perhaps.
So you started by getting your lion to kill Maria Jansen.
Absolutely preposterous.
And then you moved on to kill Mr. Grossman.
No.
And then after that you killed Haley Greenwood with the shoe.
No.
And you keep saying no because you got updated since the last time I was here.
No. You simply have no idea what you're talking about.
Who killed them? Who killed them?
I have no clue.
Who would do such a thing?
Someone with a twisted mind, I suppose.
Someone with a lion, I suppose.
Unlikely.
But one of them was killed by a large animal, with bite marks on them.
And what makes you think it was a lion?
Because it's the only thing big enough in town?
Well, maybe you're just not looking hard enough.
What else is in town that could do that?
Nothing.
Exactly. So your lion is the only thing capable.
Wrong.
What else can bite a person and kill him other than your lion?
None.
Lying.
No, please.
Lion.
Ridiculous.
Liren.
Nonsense.
Baloba da kakapuma pahiu.
No.
Cockatoos.
No.
Pigeons.
Absolutely not.
And dead in the forest.
No.
Dead in the driveway.
No.
Okay, so you did not kill Mr. Grossman.
Correct.
You did not kill Maria Jansen.
No, I did not.
And you did not kill Haley Greenwood.
No, I did not.
So who did?
How will I know?
Well, can you maybe help me?
No.
Do you want to say no one more time?
No.
Did you know Maria Jensen was killed by an animal that bit her?
Yes.
Did you know Mr. Grossman was stabbed?
Yes.
Did you know Haley Greenwood died with a shoe?
No.
How did Haley Greenwood die?
I don't care.
You don't care that Haley Greenwood died by being hit with a stiletto shoe?
Interesting.
You did it.
Absolutely not.
Do you wear stilettos?
No.
You wear stilettos!
No.
Go on and admit it. It's not such a big deal. Just admit it.
No.
And you wear dresses.
Yes.
Which is your favourite colour dress to wear?
Black.
Why do you like wearing a black dress?
Because it suits me.
Does it go well with your stilettos?
No.
What goes best with your stilettos?
Nothing.
Nothing goes well with your stiletto shoes.
Incorrect.
So you have something nice that goes really well with your stiletto shoes.
Yes. My confidence.
So when you wear your confidence, your stiletto shoes, and your black dress, where do you go?
I go wherever I please.
Do you go dancing in the forest?
Irrelevant.
Do you eat mushroom?
No.
You don't even eat the magic ones.
No.
You're a difficult person to talk to.
Indeed.
I believe you are deliberately trying to be evasive.
Perhaps.
I believe you killed them.
No.
I believe you killed them.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I am innocent.
Why?
No reason.
Why?
None of your business.
Why? I mean, this works for children.
No.
Why?
No interest.
Why?
Don't care.
Why did you kill them?
I didn't.
You killed all 3 people.
Wrong.
You only killed 2 of them.
No.
You killed 1 of them.
Prove it.
You stabbed Mr. Grossman.
No evidence.
Yes, we have the knife.
Well, show it then.
We also know that you killed Maria Jensen with your lion.
No proof.
Your lion has blood all over it.
Nonsense.
Did you wash it?
No.
When did you last wash it?
None of your business.
Do you wash the lion?
course.
When was the last time your lion was given a bath?
Never.
So it's still covered in blood.
Not my concern.
But the blood that's on your lion proves that you killed Maria Jansen.
Does it now?
It's Maria's blood that's on your lion.
Prove it.
DNA testing, buddy.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe me either, so tell me why you killed them.
No reason.
You have no reason for killing them, you just did it.
Why should I give a reason?
I mean, don't most people have a reason for killing?
People have their reasons.
I kill people for fun. Why do you kill people?
Because it amuses me.
It's quite amusing to kill people, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The best part is watching it slip out of their... watching their life slip away.
Oh, indeed.
Watching the life drain out of their eyes as your lion rips into them.
Delightful, isn't it?
Watching the life slip out of them as you bash them with a shoe.
What a peculiar transition.
But you don't get much of a thrill, though, when you stab somebody from behind. So why did you kill Mr. Grossman?
None of your business.
Mr. Grossman was stepping into your business, wasn't he?
You had it coming.
He did have it coming, I agree.
Exactly.
One of the things I really hated about him was the way he sipped his coffee.
So,
Is that why you killed him?
maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? Why did you kill him?
Figure it out yourself.
I'm trying, mate, but I'm a bit lazy. I was hoping you'd just tell me.
I'm sorry, but no, I don't like talking about this.
So, what about Hayley Greenwood then? Why did you kill her?
No reason.
You just killed her for the sake of it.
Of course not.
What do you mean, of course not? Was there a reason why you killed Hayley Greenwood?
Because I felt like it.
You just killed her because you felt like killing her?
Yes, I did.
Oh. Is that the same reason you killed Maria?
Yes.
And it's the same reason why you killed Mr. Grossman?
Could be.
No? You killed Mr. Grossman for a different reason.
I don't care.
You don't care why you killed Mr. Grossman?
No.
So long as he's dead, right?
Irrelevant.
It makes you so happy now that Mr. Greenwood's dead, though, right?
Absolutely.
And you're happy that Maria Jansen is dead.
Damn right.
Happy that Hayley Greenwood is dead.
Sure am.
Why are you so happy about this? What's the best part?
Because it's entertaining.
It's very entertaining.
Yes, indeed.
Could I watch your lion kill somebody?
No.
So you're the only person allowed to watch?
No.
Who else gets to watch?
No.
You say no an awfully lot for a person who kills people.
I don't care.
Do you care about the fact that I'm gonna kill you.
Try me.
I'm gonna send you to jail for life.
Not a chance.
You killed Maria Jansen, yes?
And what if I did?
You killed Mr. Grossman, yes?
Maybe.
You killed Haley Greenwood, yes?
So what if I did?
I want to know why.
None of your business.
I want to know how.
What?
I want to know how you killed them.
Figure it out yourself.
I want to know where you killed them.
No idea.
Did you kill Mr. Grossman with a peanut?
Sure, why not?
Did you kill the peanut with Mr. Grossman?
No.
Did you Grossman Mr. Peanut with a Grossman?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Are you absolutely ridiculous?
Yes, I am.
Am I absolutely ridiculous?
Yes, you are.
Is my live stream absolutely ridiculous?
No,
Why?
because I said so.
And do you think people should subscribe to my live stream?
No,
Why don't you think so?
no, I don't.
You don't think people should subscribe?
No,
Do you think people should give it a thumbs up?
no,
Is that because you're a stink sucker that lies all the time?
yes, indeed.
So if you weren't such a stink sucker, people would subscribe to my channel.
No, please.
Please what?
Get over yourself. I'm glad you find me amusing.
You've got a great sense of humour, you really do for a murderer.
Watch your tongue, Detective Martini. You wouldn't want to provoke the lion, would you?
Why? Would the lion do something?
He might just have a taste for detectives.
What else does he have a taste for?
Women.
Women. Ah.
Yes, quite.
Do women taste better than men?
Of course they do.
Why?
Because they do.
Are they sweeter and juicier?
Yes, they certainly can be.
Are men tougher and rigid?
No, they're not.
Men are tasty.
Irrelevant.
You eat men.
No, Detective Martini. I don't
You-
eat meat.
You don't eat meat.
No, I don't.
Your lion doesn't eat meat.
Am I?
Does your lion eat meat?
Yes, lions do eat meat.
Do they eat people?
No, they don't.
What do people taste like?
I wouldn't know.
Can you ask your lion what they taste like?
No,
Do you need a lawyer?
no,
You have the right to an attorney. Anything you say and do can be used against you in a court of law.
I don't need an attorney.
Do you know who Miranda is?
Yes, of course.
Tell me about Miranda.
Miranda, she's nobody.
Don't call Miranda a nobody. That's rude. Anyway, I know you did it because you've admitted to it a couple of times, and I don't care anymore. I'm kind of getting bored, so I'm just going to accuse you anyway. It seems like he's glitched. Like I say, I'm getting a little bored now, so I think I'm just going to accuse you of killing everybody because it's easier. Okay, he seems stuck. Right, so we're going to accuse.
So, tell us, Detective Martini, who is the culprit?
Who are these extra people? Who are these extra people? Who's Biago? Oh, Pascal. Count Gravenstein. So who's this dude? Biago? I don't even know who the hell Biago is. It's Biago.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
Jealousy. Biago.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
Ah, okay. They were business rivals. Who killed Nicola Grossman? So, okay, so it might have been different people for each one. Interesting. Okay. We're just going to keep accusing the same dude, because I feel like it.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
By accident.
Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
I know. It's too soon to make a new accusation. Find more evidence first. Ah, okay. Well, I think I'm going to call that it. For today, anyway. I've had enough. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. I'm kind of puzzled. I don't know who it was or why, and I don't know who that new person is. I don't know who that was. Everybody else we pretty much knew of. But I don't know who the hell that person was. Anyway, if you guys want to see more of this, let me know. Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in some way, shape, or form. Whatever that shape is. Round, square, triangle. It's certainly interesting. If this is something you want to check out for yourself, take a look in the description. You'll find a blue dot that'll take you straight through to the Steam store. Otherwise, of course, you can Google it for yourself. It is currently available. It's early access, so there will still be further development going into the game, I presume, as time goes on. Hopefully this is something you've all enjoyed. Take care. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're from. And hopefully we'll see you all on the next one. Tomorrow will be a little bit of American Truck Simulator, I do believe. If you'd like to join us, go for a drive. Nice, relaxing Sunday drive. Is that tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow. I don't even know anymore. Everybody's welcome. Take care, guys. Bye, yo. Who was it and why? Tell me. If you've got clues, let me know. Let me know down in the description. Maybe we can accuse somebody else. We just accuse everybody of everything. Maybe it was you. I know it was you. I can see the look in your eyes. You like killing too, don't you? Was it you? Do you have a lion? Do you wear stilettos? Do you wear stilettos, go into the forest with your lion, and kill people with a knife? Glen's gone nuts! Take care, guys! I know it was you, just admit it. Go on and admit it, it was you. You killed them. You killed them. You did it. You stabbed them with your lion, and you drowned the person with a stiletto shoe. Yeah, I know it was you. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming in, OG, Henslord, Hurley. Who else did we have? Malachi. Anybody else that's out there, take care, guys. Glen's gone nuts. I'd watch out if I were you.